Alright, good evening, Sergeants. Good evening, Sergeant First Class Ziegler. My name is Specialist Bryant. I'll be your instructor for today. We'll be getting into identifying topographic symbols and features on a military map. Standards and conditions will be conditions. You are a military member of a squad or team in a field environment and have been given a 1 to 5,000 scale military map and the requirement to identify symbols and marginal information on the map. Standards, identifying the basic colors, topographic symbols, and marginal information on a military map. Our special conditions, we have none at this time. Safety risk, it is low right now. Usually Mach 4 gear is required, but we don't need that with this session. Alright, getting to our risk assessment. It is low, as said before. You gotta remember that it's the responsibilities of DoD personnel and soldiers to protect and preserve the environment. So with that being said, we have to be aware of insects, wildlife, and anything else that could harm you out here, and be safe and watch where you're stepping, because I don't want you to get hurt while you're moving around. Okay? Our foreign disclosure, FD3, this training product has been reviewed by developers in coordination with G2. Fort Benning, Georgia, foreign disclosure officer. This training product cannot be used to instruct international military students. All right, now I'll be getting to my demonstration. All right. Got a good view? All right, this concludes my demonstration. All right, we're going to get into the acknowledgement, and I will tell you what I just did. All right. So, who here knows about a map? Do you know about a map? Sorry.
Negative, sir.
Negative. Okay. Well, with this map, all right, what I just put down, it will tell you everything you need to know about a map, basically. So, with the map, you have your marginal information. You also have your 6 features, your 6 colorway features, and you also have your contour lines that makes up the terrain features. All right. So, coming at the map, you have to know what the map is. Basically, it's saying where you are and what are you looking at, the sheet name, and the scale that you're on to see the distance. Okay, so the sheet name, this is the Fort Benning military installation map. This where we are, and this is the map that we're using. Our sheet number will be Whiskey Golf Sierra 84. Our GM angle is part of our margin. So our GM angle is on the right side, is the grid north, and it combines with the declination diagram, which is on the left side. Okay? The legend, our legend is right here on the bottom left. Okay? It includes the man-made, it have symbols to let you know what's on the map, okay? You have man-made items of buildings, you have roads, you have vegetation, and you have water to be for your main, okay? You have the grid reference. Your grid reference, your reference box will be right here, okay? It shows the identification, the destination, and the grid square, and it breaks down how to operate right beside it, okay? The adjoining map sheets, okay? We are right here, this is Fort Benning, part of Georgia, okay? We have this as our sheet. There are other sheets that make up the rest of Georgia that goes around it, okay? But your main one is right here to the bottom right. You have the elevation guide, let you know how high you are or how low you are in elevation. And that sheet is also right here below the adjoining sheet. Okay? All right. That should be it for the breakdown of the map and what I just wrote down. Getting into the points that I put in, I did the man-made, which is a building. I marked the building right there, which is man-made. Water, okay? Water is right here. It's blue, okay? But it could be river, lake, pond, ocean, okay? I'll mark that down right beside it. Vegetation. We are in vegetation right now, matter of fact. So you have the green, which is all over, but mainly right here where we are, Fort Benning and Fort Mitchell, you have the green, I'll mark that right there. And the contour lines. Contour lines are really everywhere because it makes up from the features like hills, valleys, draws, and everything. So I just marked it right here, okay? So that makes up that. Okay, do I need any further training on this?
Negative, sir.
Negative? Okay. Well, with that being said, we'll be getting into our 5-minute practice. Okay, so I'll give you 5 minutes to practice. Okay. Okay, with the practice, you will be looking for everything that I explained. So you will be looking for the marginal effects on the map, okay, the scale, the sheet number, and also the adjoining sheet that you are in. You'll also be looking for man-made water, vegetation, and contour lines. Okay, what I didn't tell you about was the 6 colors. The 6 colors that represents man-made water, cultivated land, vegetation, major roads, and main roads. Okay, black is cultural man-made roads, also elevation and labels. Blue represents water, of course. Brown and red brown are kind of tricky because both of those are all relief features. But brown is cultivated land, and red brown are main roads like side roads, back roads, dirt roads. And I'm saying this to say that red are major roads, like major highways, and green, of course, is vegetation. Okay? So, probably have about 3 more minutes left to that. Okay? All right. Getting into our task assessment before the quiz, we're going to jump right into our quiz. So the task assessment, we will be getting back into identifying topographic symbols and features on a military map. All right. Our conditions: you are a member of a squad or team in a field environment and have been given a 1 to 50,000 scale military map and the requirement to identify symbols and marginal information on the map. Standards: identify the basic colors, the 6 I just told you, topographic symbols, and marginal information on a military map. Conditions: special conditions, there are none. Safety risks, it is still low. Mach 4 gear, not required. All right, and remember, foreign disclosure, this training product has been reviewed by the developers in coordination with the G2 Fort Benning Foreign Disclosure Officer. This training product cannot be used to instruct international military students. All right, so now we're gonna get to our quiz. Sergeant Rest. Sergeant Westerwood. All right. So I'm going to give you a quiz. Okay. Here you go. So I'm going to give you 3 items to find. Okay. Can you find me the legend on the map? All right. Can you find me the name of the map? All right. Can you show me blue as in the water? A lake, okay. And can you show me green as in vegetation? All right. And can you show me a major road as in red? Roger that. A year ago. Thanks, Sarge. All right. So that was our one and only testee. All right, you were our go. So if you were to have failed, you would have to come back at 1300 to retrain and 1500 to retest. But you don't have to worry about that, Sarge. Okay. All right. Now we're going to get into our equipment breakdown and pickup. All right. So go ahead and put this to the side. Then again, we will be getting into our AAR. So what we did, we went into identifying topographic symbols and features on a military map. What did we do?
We identified symbols on a military map and located terrain features, Sergeant.
Alrighty. Do you feel comfortable with what we handled?
Yes, Sergeant.
Alrighty. Any sustainments?
Time of day worked well, Sergeant. It wasn't too hot out. We didn't have to worry about anyone heat catting.
Alright. Any improvements?
None that I can think of, Sergeant.
Alright. I would take your responses into our next training assessment. Alright. Now we're going to get back into our risk assessment. So what we did was we were careful around the wildlife, no injuries. We brought our wet weather gear, but we didn't need it, so that's a good on that. And it was a successful day. All right. Breakdown. All right. So let me go ahead and start police call. We'll start going police calling. At this time, I will dismiss y'all, and we can start police calling. All right. Alrighty. All right, getting into our report time, First Class Ziegler. We had one testee. He performed to the T, so he was fully trained. We had no retesters. And that ends our session.